Hello everybody, I was in the mood of doing a video today, so I decided I'd be doing a bit of a tutorial for all of you guys. Well, basically I did this video for a friend in particular that had problems with tightening joints on figures, especially new figures, since nowadays every single figure that you buy from Hasbro needs to have very loose joints. At least that's what my buddy Jazz says. I mean, does that look tight to you? No, sir. So I'm here to solve the problem and to get the camera back to focus. So basically, what you're gonna need, at least the most important part, is something to protect your surface. To me, at least, that's a key component since my desk at home is messed up as fuck. And I don't want my college desk that I bought with my own money to get the same fate. So Jazz has been a recent purchase of mine, and thanks to his small size, because he's a very small deluxe, the joints don't affect him as much as some of the others. But when I bought this September, I think, when I bought Ratchet, the loose hips just were a cry for help. And I can't really adjust the camera, I'm sorry, I'm using my phone. So yeah, and another suggestion, for the glue, if you're gonna use this sort of glue, make sure it's not very good quality glue, the kind of glue that doesn't really stick things together per se. I mean, this was pretty much $1, I think. Why is that? Because if you get this kind of high quality glue, then it's gonna stick your joints, maybe, and I mean, it's gonna get your joint stuck, but you can just pop it out of its stucking point if it's not gonna rip the ball joint off the figure. I know, because it happened to me the first time I ever tightened up a figure. It wasn't really, I mean, it was a pretty good figure. It was basically Cybertron mode, animated Optimus, and I did that on the shoulders, and the glue had very fast drying speed, and it just got stuck into place in a matter of seconds, and I ended up ripping both of his arms off. Yeah, it's not fun, I know, but honestly, animated plastic, at least in the beginning, wasn't that good. I know that because my Ultra Magnus and my Lockdown is fine, but my Optimus and Bumblebee all have messed up joints. Like, Bumblebee's joints just got cracked inside on the shoulder. So now we're dealing with the movie. We're not gonna talk about any other series. So and another reason, because after it dries and applies, the joints are gonna creak, and you really don't want those creaking joints. That's why this glue is good to use, to be used, because it's gonna apply a very smooth layer, just like I did on Ratchet. It's not gonna creak or anything, it's gonna run smoothly. Besides, you don't want it to be overly tight. So let's get to work. First thing you're gonna have to do is remove Jazz's weapon, of course, and pop out his legs, because the legs are the main focus of our video here. So we're gonna get to the harder part first, because the ankle joints here are very loose, like they're obsessively, like not obsessively, like exceedingly loose, and that kind of has a problem with making the figure stand up. That, combined with the loose hips, it ends up doing the splits on the shelf, which is not fun. So let's get right on to it. So basically, what you have to do, come on camera, focus. Basically what you have to do is find the right space between the gray joint and the silver joint. Oh shit. Yeah. Another thing to mention, this is very liquidy, so you're gonna need to be very careful with that. Yeah, and I've already messed up shit. Okay. Fun for the whole family. So with this kind of glue, you need to be very careful, because it's very very liquidy. So I applied it in between these joints, and now you have to move it. I'm gonna do this here because it's easier for me. So I'll get the joint moving and I'll wait for it to tighten up. So I'm gonna pause the video for now. Okay, so now the joints are all nice and tight. As you can tell, they move tightly now, and they move smoothly as well, which is great. That's what we wanted to do. Basically, after you pour the glue into the joint, as you can see, there is a bit of an excess glue around it, like some white spots. You have to move it constantly until it covers the entire surface of the inside of the joint, and it coats it with another layer of glue, which in turn is going to make it tighter, just like that. So now we're going to focus on the other half of jazz. So we're going to start with the right leg this time. Get the hood out, the backpack out of the way, and the arms as well, just so you can have a clear view on what you're supposed to do. And you basically, let me get the camera to focus in. Not that it's a complicated process. Basically, you have to take the glue and you have to apply a big drop on it to coat it. And you can use the surface to wipe off the excess